FM Studios in Ontario, California, it's Foobar Sports.
Hey everyone, welcome to Foobar Sports episode 40. I'm your host Josh, along with
El Foo.
and Pale Pissy Pants, not on the mix today. Hey Pale Pissy Pants.
That's right, Josh. You're so strong and smart, and everybody likes you.
I do not believe that one bit.
No one believes it.
Nope. We're actually recording at LA Comic-Con.
You're fat, tiny Rick.
I am Fat Tiny Rick, and I regret telling you that now.
You're ironic Wilfred Foo.
Yeah, well, no, I am too high, Wilfred.
Yes.
We just saw Elijah Wood too. I was just gonna scream Ryan, but there was really no opportunity for that.
Not at all. It was a wasted opportunity, really.
What are you gonna
And
do?
then we got the Foo as Monsieur Incroyable.
Yes, the black
Fat Monsieur Incroyable.
He's still fat in
Foo.
the...
He's fat in the movie, so
Okay.
can't say that.
Yeah,
Foo.
no, you know, I guess you're right.
Yeah. Well, this is sports, so let's get on with sports.
Oh yeah, it's sports, isn't it?
We actually had quite a disappointing week this past week with the Dodgers.
Those Doyers, man, they let us down. It was mismanagement. It was pure mismanagement, in my opinion.
So if you've been living under a rock this past week, or if if you're not into sports, if you're not into sports, what do you listen to sports podcast for? Anyway, as you know by now, the Dodgers lost to the Washington Nationals 7-3.
The Walgreens Nats, as I like to call them.
The Walgreens Nats, Foo. That is right. That is right, you dumb bastard.
Same owner.
Yeah,
Just
true.
kidding.
What the? I was like, really? I was like, that makes a lot.
Wah, cue the Inception music. Wah.
Makes a lot of more sense now.
You know what, man? There was a lot of questionable moves. We actually could start in the 7th. When at the end of the 6th, they brought in Kershaw.
For a clutch ass out.
He came for a clutch ass out against Adam Eaton, which he got.
Yeah.
And then instead of Roberts pulling him, bringing in Kenta Maeda to go up against Arenado, and then possibly bringing in Kolarek to take out Soto.
Yeah.
He decided to go with his gut. His gut, mind you, to keep in Clayton Kershaw.
Wait, not his brain or his heart?
Not even his analytics, Foo. His gut.
His gut.
He went with the gut.
The one time we would rather him not use his gut.
He
goes
his
and
fucking
uses,
gut.
yeah.
And honestly, it was disastrous. Kershaw gave up 2 back-to-back home runs to Arenado and Soto. He got yanked, and then they brought in Maeda. And honestly, they could have just done that to begin with, and
it would have been fine.
It would have been fine. But that wasn't the only mistake. Dodgers left a lot of runs, left a lot of batters.
We got too happy because twice we had a man on second, and we didn't capitalize.
No, they just kept trying to hit a yard instead of trying to, have them,
what's
touch up. Nothing.
What's the big deal with hitting a single? It's like the same shit as last year.
Yeah.
What the fuck's wrong with getting a base hit?
Every time, man. Every year. And
swing for the fucking fence.
It always comes down to that. And you know what? That wasn't the end, because Mr. Joe Kelly, Mr. World Series champion, Mr. Clutch, gave up a grand fucking slam to fucking none other than Howie Kendrick, an Angel and ex-Dodger, mind you, maybe be it for only a few years. He fucking eliminated us, and goddamn it.
It feels bad because Hendrick was, when he came over, no one was too stoked, but he's a good player to have. And look, he got put into a playoff shot, and look what happened. He came through.
He did.
And you know what? I will say, I was a little skeptic on our roster this year due to the fact that we brought 3 fucking rookies on that didn't even play the whole year, that we brought up mid-year, and even Syndergaard near the end of the year. So
Ginger Guard, you mean? Dustin May.
Same thing, right?
Don't tell him that.
Oh.
Yeah, man. I mean, but you know what? They were not doing bad. Like for each of the rookies, Gavin Lux got his home run in the playoffs. Will Smith was being serviceable. He almost had that home run in the game to win it for us, to walk off. I was so fucking close. And then, Matt Beatty at first base was serviceable.
Yeah.
It came down to his calls on pitching and pitching rotation. And that seems to be Dave Roberts' crutch. Now, the person I feel sorry...
He's an idiot.
He's an idiot. And the person I feel sorry for the most is Clayton Kershaw, man.
He put him in the worst possible position you can put somebody in, on the road to the World Series. Is it just me, or did Clayton also kind of look weird going up to the mound? Like a little swarthy even, or is it just me?
I think it's just you. I think he said that before, his mentality that he was ready. He was ready to go in for a full inning or two and close out the game, and he had rest.
You know what?
He had rest and just didn't deliver.
Again on Roberts, dude. After he gave up the first bomb, it's like, dude, no chances. Just take him out.
Yeah. Well, statistics said, too, the analytics said that Kershaw should not, that Arenado and Soto both hit Kershaw really well. It said to bring Maeda and bring in Kolarek, either or, back and forth, and you would have been fine. We could have gotten out the out. But he went against it completely, and that just completely goes against everything Roberts had stood for during the year, during the last postseason, and the postseason before that. So it's frustrating, Dodgers fans, and looks like we're going to be frustrated for another 3 years going forward.
Yay!
Rodgers is coming back. Yeah, well,
Ooh.
he signed a 3-year extension last year.
I know you're stoked, Foo.
No, I don't want this guy to manage the team anymore. I think you should get him out. I mean, who was also in contention for being up for to become a manager? Maddox. No, not Maddox. Joe Madden.
Joe Madden's a little more difficult only because of his coaching style and the way he would probably hurt our chemistry in the locker room.
He would definitely not
clubhouse.
get along with Martin and the guys like Kershaw very well.
Yeah.
He's very appealing to the younger guys who don't know their way yet.
A lot of people
because he doesn't show them the way. He says, "Let's do a different way. What do you say?"
Yeah. Well, another thing that came out of the autopsy that was the loss against the Nationals was talks of there being a Mike Scioscia interest.
Yes, that's what I was actually going to go talk about as well. Mike Scioscia is a commonly talked about name for the Dodgers.
He used to be a Dodger. He's won a championship.
And that usually
couple flukes with the Angels.
That's usually how it goes. If you've been a past player and you're a manager, they sometimes say that. What's actually surprising too, moving away from the Dodgers, the Phillies fired their manager, Gabe Kapler. He was a former Dodgers batting coach. He became the Phillies manager a couple years ago, and they pretty much fired him because he couldn't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
And, they're actually signing or bringing in Dusty Baker to manage the team now.
Oh, shit, no way.
Yeah, he's going to be going to the Nationals. So, yeah, that's going to be huge. Maybe they'll find. Maybe the Phillies. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Go to the Phillies. Yeah. Dusty Baker to the Phillies because the Nationals have David Martinez as their manager.
All Dusty Baker needs to do is coach the fucking Cardinals, and he's coached every team in the NL Central.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right. And the Cubs. Yeah, I don't think.
He has.
Oh, he has.
Yeah, he
right.
did. When Kerry Wood was there.
Wow. I totally forgot about that.
We're rooting for you, Dusty.
We're rooting for you, Dusty. We're rooting for you. Oh yeah, but you know what, man? It's this very, very sour loss, and I hope the Nationals lose, and I hope the Astros lose, and I hope the Yankees lose. I just hope they cancel playoffs altogether.
So you want the Cardinals to win the series?
Oh, and the Cardinals. I want the Cardinals to lose.
There's no way.
Then that's why I want the playoffs canceled.
Right.
Yeah, if you're a Dodger fan, this entire series is done. It's over. Like, why even bother?
That's it, guys. Cancel it. I don't care about the playoffs anymore at all. It's like when we lost to the fucking Mets. Remember when we lost to the Mets that year?
Oh my god.
That was so fucking disappointing.
That's what you choose to talk about?
That's how it feels. That's how this feels. It's terrible. We thought we were saying the same thing at that point too, with Donnie Baseball as our fucking head manager.
I mean, I was kind of rooting for the Braves too, and then they had to get their ass whooped in the first inning.
They got a shellacking in the first inning.
God.
Dude, I think it was 10-0 before the first out.
God.
Yeah.
So
even the pitcher came up and fucking made a hit, dude.
They put in work, dude. He clocked in. He's like, I'm helping myself. Fuck all y'all.
They were just handing him out that day.
Oh, dude, for real, man. It's been nuts. It's been a crazy week of baseball for sure. I mean, it really all started with the the Rays even upset the Astros. They took them all the way to 5.
What the Astros were not hoping for, because they had to burn a lot of pitching.
Yeah, and the Yankees blew through the Twins. The Twins
Yeah.
had no chance.
Had no chance.
They shouldn't. They
Yankees
were there.
look great.
They got their participation trophy, and you know,
And
moved
Greinke looked
along.
like shit against the fucking Rays.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people are saying. That that if the Yankees go up against the Astros, Yankees most likely will be in the World Series.
Yeah.
It's looking toward like that right now, and I would not be surprised if we see Yankees in the World Series. I would
Son of
hate
a
it.
bitch.
I would hate it, but it's gonna happen. We'll never hear the end of it ever, ever, ever. It's terrible.
Ugh.
I know, but you know what? We got some brighter news, man. Because you know what's starting in 2 weeks?
What's that?
On 22nd,
No.
NBA basketball.
Baloncesto.
Le Juan food.
Le Juan Jaime
Uh-huh.
will be playing the on October 22nd against the LA Clippers. That's going to be a Clipper
First
home
game of the season, man.
First game of the season. We'll be seeing
Battle of
LeBron,
LA.
Battle
Yeah.
of LA right there and then.
We'll see who really has the best team.
Honestly,
Right off the bat.
I cannot wait. I've seen some preseason games
You
so
know what?
far.
I kind of want the Lakers to lose this first one. I
Fuck
want there
you.
to be
I
a
hate
fire
you.
in their belly.
Actually,
for the
I'm
rest
kind
of
of on
know
board
what?
with that.
You know
Yeah.
what? Yeah,
I
agree.
need something, a fire in their belly to really motivate them to be the best, not only in LA, but in the whole fucking division.
So, what do you predict the Lakers will be in their first 10 games?
What's your over-under, Foo?
What's your over-under on their record?
I think they're going to be 8 wins with 2 losses in their first 10 games.
Oh, yeah. Wow, that's
So one of the top teams.
one of the top teams.
I think so.
Okay.
They
Foo?
have a team. They've had all the offseason to try to prepare for it. Let's see what they actually came up with.
All right, Foo.
Actually, go 7-3 if we're talking top first 10 games. I think they'll go 7-3.
Okay. I'm actually gonna go a little bit, outside there. I'm gonna say they're 6-4.
Wow.
I'm gonna say they're starting
you're
out.
a dick.
Hey, man. I'm just saying. Let them start 6-4, and when LeBron starts 6
if
and
we go with the Foos plan here and lose game 1,
You're the foo, though.
that means 7-3.
so Foo, how about you bring up
7-2.
how about you bring up the schedule and let's see what their wins and losses could potentially be.
All right, let's see here.
Let's see here.
Talk
What-
amongst yourselves.
Well, Foo, like I said, the first game against the Clippers, Battle of LA, that kind of changes if they do lose the first game. Like for Joe C here, that means they'd have to go 8-1 after that. And that's a pretty tall order.
That is a
depending
tall
on
order.
Depending if they have a 4-game, 5-game road stretch.
Okay, so game 1 is going to be the Clippers, Lakers. Let's say they lose.
Clippers
game 1.
hosting the Lakers.
Clippers hosting the Lakers.
Shut up.
And let's say the
It's like,
Foos
it's like
sees
brothers
correct.
saying, want to come to my room when they share a room.
And I
It's his
think
bunk, though.
So let's say they lose that one. Okay, they lose game 1. Next game is against the Jazz.
Yeah.
You think they lose against the Jazz?
No,
Really, you don't.
no.
I think they do.
Wow.
They got Mike Conley. They got Rudy Gobert, the reigning defensive player of the year, that can match up with Anthony Davis and Dwight Howard. They still got, I believe, Derek Favors is over there. I mean, dude, they're not. And Donovan Mitchell is a pretty goddamn good guard.
Yeah, but he looked like shit last year.
No, he didn't.
They did.
Donovan Mitchell?
Towards the end of the year, he started to play. His game started to fall off a bit.
Well, think about it though, Foo. It was mostly him and Ricky Rubio. Now it's him and pretty much Michael Conley, and Michael Conley's a good point guard to have. Now he can primarily focus on being a shooting guard.
I'm actually going to go off a little, on a little curve here and think I don't think Donovan Mitchell is a top tier guy this year.
Okay, all right. So then the Foo says they win. I say it's a potential loss, so I go 0-2 start. Fusi, what do you think for the Jazz?
I think that they're going to beat the Jazz. I'm on board with whatever this guy just said.
Okay, so let's just call it a 1-1 then, since I'm outnumbered here on the vote. The Nets, the Hornets, I think they'll win. They'll beat the Hornets. So they're
Hornets are now a lower tier NBA team now.
Yeah, and then the next is the Grizzlies, Lakers. They'll definitely beat the Grizzlies.
Grizzlies are depleted, second worst team in the NBA last year.
So then,
They didn't do a whole lot of getting better.
So then that's 3-1 next,
The
and
first
then
out of town's over with the Mavericks.
with the Mavericks, and that's actually going to be a pretty tough game because Porzingis is back. Doncic is actually pretty goddamn good. Who else did they get? Seth Curry.
Yeah, Seth Curry. They signed him, sharpshooter. I actually think they're going to lose this one.
I think they will. So then, right there, 3-2. They're 3-2, going up against the Mavs. The Spurs will be another tough game, only because Popovich prepares his teams.
We'll be fine.
To the. Really, you think?
Hey, I think we have that one out if we have a loss against the Mavs. I think we're not.
Okay, you think we're gonna bounce back?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, we'll give you that
They're
one.
going
Then.
to want to, show something.
So then we're 4-2 now. So then after 4-2, we got the Bulls. There's 5-2 right there. The Heat, I think we can easily beat the Heat. They only really got Jimmy Butler and Goran Dragic. and what's his name? Winslow, Justice Winslow.
Justice Winslow.
Yeah, they got a decent squad, but I think they'll be competitive, and it may come down to the wire. But I think the Lakers will beat the Heat in that one. So what is that now? 5-2.
Yes.
All right. So now 5-2 after the Heat. Next, Raptors, Suns, Warriors. So Raptors, I think they will win.
I think they can pull it out.
I think they could pull it out.
Especially if it's in LA.
Yeah, so that's 6-2. The Suns definitely can beat the Suns, dude. And then the Warriors. The Warriors, they don't pose too much of a tough matchup, especially since they don't have Clay yet.
And I
so
think this is where we get our third loss against the Warriors.
you think they'll take you? So you think they'll lose against the Warriors?
The
All
Warriors
right.
are going to win.
I think it's going to be a revenge game of sorts for D'Angelo Russell. Pretty much like a fuck you, look at me now. I'm finally on a good team.
Oh yeah.
And ball out. There's a clip the other day, I think of like 2 minutes straight. Him and Steph Curry taking turns shooting corner threes. They didn't miss a three for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Like D'Angelo's obviously worked on his 3-point game.
Yeah, he did. And especially working with Steph, and when Clay comes back, they're going to have a dangerous 3-point team, hands down. I mean, they were dangerous to begin with in the 3-point.
You don't
line.
think that the Lakers recognize that they have this kind of talent, so they're really going to push?
The Lakers, I think, are gonna their advantage, and it's an obvious advantage, is their front court with having Dwight, JaVale McGee, and Anthony Davis in the front court, along with LeBron. When Kuzma comes back, he's currently injured at the moment, but when he'll be back, he'll be ready for the regular season, I'm sure. When he comes back, that front court's going to be our bread and butter. And right now in preseason, the big surprise has been Avery Bradley. He's been balling out. He's great on defense. He's lost a lot of weight, and he's getting his shot back. He's getting that 3-point shot.
I think
back.
Avery Bradley for us is an X factor because he can potentially take out a player like Klay Thompson, harass Steph Curry. What's his name from the Jazz, Marshall.
Mitchell,
Donovan Mitchell. I mean,
yeah, he can.
I think he can harass
Mitchell.
these guys and kind of frustrate them and get them off their game, which is exactly what we need for LeBron to just come in and take over.
Yeah. So I'm super excited. I got my Anthony Davis jersey ready for Game 1, and dude, can't wait for the season to start. So guys, watch them. They're on preseason. They're on ESPN, obviously. But it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be a great season. I may try to save up some money, a lot of money, to go to one of these games one day. But you know what? It'd be worth it. It'd be worth it to see these guys.
So what's
play.
going down in football, Josh?
So, in footy football, we got two undefeated still, with the Patriots, who shellacked the Giants this last game, 35-14, and then the Niners, surprisingly, are still undefeated. They are 4-0 right now, and that's going to be a tough game against the Rams. But so against Rams, Niners, who do you think's going to win?
I think I'm going to take the Niners on this one.
Yeah, I think the Niners D looks great.
Unfortunately, I'll have to agree with you guys. The Rams aren't the Rams of last year.
No, and
the Rams of yore.
They are not. Todd Gurley is actually not going to be playing in this game, or he will not have played in this game, because as of this recording, it's going to be gone already. But he'll be out, and they had a lot of changes on their front O-line, and I had mentioned this to the Foo in passing, but dude, when you lose 2 or 3 guys on your O-line from the year before, it's a tough transition, especially when you try to plug in new pieces, because they don't, sometimes they're not familiar with the calls, they miss a key block, and it fucks it all up, and that's really what's affected the run game this year. And don't expect them to have these monster run numbers like they've had in the last few years.
Yep.
Yeah, things are definitely not the same this year. Next year, hey, maybe new stadium. That's when the new stadium comes out, is ready next year.
Yep.
And they may ball out next year, but no, this year I think they'll be lucky to make the playoffs at 10-6.
And how much longer till the new Raiders stadium is done over in
next
Las
year
Vegas?
as well? Next year, yeah, they'll be in Vegas next
going
year.
down for next year.
Oh yeah, man. I heard the Raiders stadium is pretty much almost done too.
Yeah.
Similar to the Inglewood Stadium. So.
Dang,
Yeah.
Foo.
And the Chargers, where are they up to?
They're still at StubHub. They'll be going to the Inglewood Stadium along with the Rams. That was that was the agreement, man.
They're going to be the Clippers
They're going
to
to be,
our
the
Clippers pretty
yeah.
much paying rent.
Right.
Pretty much. It's exactly what they're going to be. Yeah, so hey, if anyone's out there, if you guys play fantasy football, let us know how you guys are also doing. Because, damn, you know what? Don't be afraid to trade, guys. I want to go into a little tangent here about fantasy football. Don't be afraid to trade players away. This isn't a loyalty thing, all right? You don't fucking loyal, just because you're an Eagles fan, I'm an Eagles fan, I don't have a shitload of Eagles players on my team. I'm not an idiot trying to fucking win money.
Even though Josh has been chomping at the bit for Zach Ertz. The answer is no, Josh.
But Foo.
No.
Oh. But man, don't be afraid to trade. Look, I'll admit I traded away Deshaun Watson this week, and I traded away Dalvin Cook.
Not good.
I still have a good team. The Foo doesn't think so, but the Foo's an idiot because he doesn't have anyone else to really cover his ass. All it takes is one injury.
Who's 3-2, guy?
Me and you.
Oh shit. So looks like the real winner's going to be next game.
Yes, sir.
Who are you playing next?
I actually play my dad, Mr. Kyle. We play this next week. We're actually 50-50 odds to, it could go either way. I'm hoping my dad made a shitty lineup decision like he normally does. He always does, man. It's uncanny. It's uncanny.
He always
like
does.
The day of, he always randomly. He always
brave.
Yeah, he always gets brave. You know what? I'm gonna start this guy.
I just
Fuck,
have a feeling in my in his left arm. He's like, I'm losing feeling in my left arm. That means I should start this other running back. It's like, no, Carl. That means you're having a stroke.
No. I think that means I should start another running back. So as he watches,
Who's burning toast?
I taste copper. Yeah, man. But I may have inadvertently set up one of our top players in the league to make it all the way to the finals. I traded none other than DJ No Chill, Saquon Barkley.
DJ No Chill.
DJ No Chill.
And a lot of people in the league were not very happy with
Everyone's upset, dude. DJ No Chill's gonna win the chip.
He's not going to win.
It's too early to tell, no?
Yeah.
It is, but all signs point to DJ No Chill making a playoff run.
You guys are so pessimistic.
I said all points and all signs lead to that. However, who knows?
Foosy over here is the resident cynical asshole. But, the Foo is a close second. He is a close second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn it, man. I mean, you just give him Saquon Barkley, and you think
He's not
everything's
even coming
okay.
back yet. Don't worry.
What a dick, dude. Saquon Barkley was, for a non-quarterback Foo, led fantasy football in scoring last year. And Josh just gave it to him.
It's a new year, Dick.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Josh.
He sure did, Foo. He sure did.
You know what, though, man? I'm going to win this week against the Darnold Trumpers and become 4-2. And that's what I'm playing, Darnold Trumps.
The Darnold Trumps.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. We won't go into why. That's hilarious. But
Your favorite team, guy.
Yeah.
yeah, so again, if you guys have any questions for us, we will be more than happy to give you bullshit because that's pretty much all you're going to get from us in fantasy football.
Go Niners, only this week.
Only this week.
Fuck you guys.
Oh.
But, boo, I need the Saints to do well, too, so, I mean...
Yeah,
what do I do, man? What do I do? Also, can Minnesota pull out a victory, Foo? I hope so.
We'll see.
No, they won't.
I hope they don't, but Adam Thielen gets the ball today.
All right, guys. Well, you know what? We're going to get back to the con. We are actually... Con! Thanks, Wilfred. We are at LA Comic-Con, so we're going to enjoy this a little bit. So we'll talk to you guys next week. Fibbity-dibbity.